to all websites. And you will see a lot of posts in the Elementor community as well. Even we are receiving messages around it, right? So I basically decided to create this video. Now we have already written an article on this, and this was written like when Flexbox Container was basically released. I wrote an article on this topic. Now I have updated this article, and I have written one more article on this. You will find a link to that in the description box below. Both the articles I have to update one, but I've written a new content on the basically a new piece on this. Now before we dive into the process, there are two things that I want you to know. And the first one is, um, these are two very different ways of creating layouts using Elementor. Basically I'm talking about the Flexbox Container and the intersection widget. These are two very different ways of doing things with Elementor. These are two different paths that you can follow. Now Elementor has been releasing features around the Flexbox containers. So if you do not use that feature in the future, then you will miss out on a lot of Elementor features. So keep this in mind. I want you to work with the Flexbox containers, but in case you want to activate intersection widget right now, you can do that, but slowly and steadily move to the Flexbox containers. Now, when we talk about two different paths of doing things, you need to know here one thing, and that is you cannot use both of these together. So basically what I mean by that is you cannot use the Flexbox containers with the intersection widget, or the intersection widget with the Flexbox container, or you cannot use them interchangeably as well, which means if you will activate one, the other will be deactivated. Okay. Now the next thing that I want you to know is that if you have the Flexbox container active on your site, then you will notice that you can convert the intersection widget, or the not the intersection widget, the layouts that you have created using the intersection widget to the Flexbox containers, right? You will see that option to convert on every section, or the pages that you have created. You will find that option everywhere, right? So you can easily convert that. But to convert that, I basically recommend that you do it on a staging website first. Take a backup first, keep yourself secure, and then do that. Do not do that on a what do we call it, a live website. Do that on a staging environment first, and then push those changes to the live website. That is the preferred and the recommended way to make basically such changes. Okay. Now this is a very raw video, so you will be listening to everything, whatever is coming to my mind. I'm right now speaking to you because I want to get the point across, right? Why people are facing problems. This is a genuine problem that people are facing, and in some cases this is hitting the websites hard. So that is why I am creating this video. Now the second thing that you need to know here is that um, uh, if you have created layouts using the Flexbox container and now you want to move to the intersection widget, then don't do that, because on deactivating the Flexbox container, or you can say on reactivating the intersection widget, you will lose all of the progress that you have made. Your layouts will be deleted, your content will be deleted. Okay, so keep this in mind. Now this is a major change. So basically any change that you make, reactivating or deactivating, make sure you take a backup before you do anything. Okay, in case, just for additional security, this is just a concerning thing, because we create tutorials to help people out, and this is not the kind of video that I want to do generally. But make such changes on a mm, on a staging environment first, and then push them to a live website. This is not just for Elementor, even in WordPress, people who work with me, my general suggestion to that is, before you make any changes, minor or major, take a backup first, download that copy on your system on a remote storage. So for in case anything goes wrong, you have a working copy that you can use always, and your site is up and running. The next thing is the staging website. That is an important part as well. These are some major changes because you are going from one environment to the other. You are making a transition from the intersection to the Flexbox container, or from the Flexbox container to the intersection. Now I do not recommend going from Flexbox container. If you are using Flexbox container, do not move to intersection. You will lose out on a lot of features. Okay, so keep this in mind. Now in case you have used intersection widget, most of your website is built using intersection widget, and you are being hit by this update, then of course yes, go back to intersection widget fixtures, right? But make these changes through a staging website. Make the transition process as smooth as possible. Take backups, staging website, then push changes to live, right? So this is the process that you need to follow. So keep this in mind. Okay. Now again, I've created this. This is a very, very small tutorial using which you can get your basically the intersection widget back. Uh, Again, if you want to buy Elementor Pro, link to that is in the description box below. Links to our social is in the description box below. Feel free to follow us on all platforms. And if you find the video helpful, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the post notification bell. So here we are in the WordPress dashboard. And as you can see, we have created these two posts. So the first one is the layout built using the containers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to edit it with Elementor. And as you can see, I have created this basic web page, basic structure of a web page that is built using containers. Now, why I have created this? Just to show you, then, on fixing this problem, you will lose all of this content. Right, I've mentioned this in the introduction of the video as well, that if you have created anything built using containers, then you will have to take a backup first. Then you can go on and fix this missing intersection widget problem. Basically, it is not a problem. Elementor is heading towards the Flexbox container. That is the path to follow. But a lot of websites are using the intersection widget because that was the only way available first. So just to make the transition smooth, we are creating this video and showcasing you how you can get your intersection widget back and then slowly transition to Flexbox container. So keep this in mind, that when you will fix the missing intersection widget problem, what you're going to do is you're going to lose all of this. So make sure you take a backup first. Make sure you are making such changes on a development environment first, and then you are pushing them to the live website if there are any sort of a problems that you are basically experiencing. So this is the other side of the issue that we are going to discuss, and I will be discussing this towards the end of the video. So make sure you watch this video completely. Now, the next post that you will see right here is the intersection missing post, and I'm going to edit this with Elementor as well. Now, this is just a blank post just to show you that we have the container widget right here and the intersection widget is missing. Now, again, let's head over to this post. You can see containers are right here, intersection widget is missing, and we have created this layout using the containers. Right now, to fix the missing intersection widget, what you are going to do is you are going to head over to Elementor settings. Now for that, what you are going to do is you are going to locate the Elementor right here in the WordPress admin side panel, and then you will see settings right here. So I'm going to click this settings right here, and you will see this features tab. Now you're going to click this features tab. Okay, the first thing that you are going to see is all of the ongoing experiments. The ongoing experiments, we have to scroll down. Then you are going to come across stable features. Now in Elementor 3.16, the Flexbox container has been upgraded to the stable features, and it comes active by default in the new installations. So what we are going to do is we are going to scroll down, and you will see Flexbox container is right here and it is active. Now this green icon shows any of the stable features or the experiments are active. So you can see active is right here, active is in the drop down. Now to deactivate it, what we are going to do is we are going to click this drop down and select inactive right here. A prompt appears, and this prompt basically tells you that it will delete any of the content that you have created with containers. So keep this in mind. This is what I was trying to tell you, that you will not be able to use any of the new features that are coming for the Flexbox containers, because Elementor has been revamping and releasing new features around the Flexbox containers. So make sure you get used to this feature. Okay. For right now, you can move to the intersection widget, but learn and move quickly. Okay, that is the only purpose for creating this video, just to guide you. Okay, now again you will lose access to all of the content that you've created and all of the container based features such as tabs and the menus. So what I have done here is I have used the new menu widget just to show you. Okay, now to deactivate, all you have to do is click deactivate right here, and it basically deactivates the Flexbox container. So it has a green icon that says inactive. Inactive is selected right here. Now what I'm going to do is, so basically this deactivates the Flexbox container or the container widget. Now what I'm going to do is, we're going to head over to this post, the blank one that we have created, and you can see container is right here, and I'm going to refresh it. And you can see the intersection widget is back, but the container is now missing. So you won't be able to use the containers, but you will be able to use the intersection widget. So keep this in mind. Right now, again, before I go to the next post, the second post that we have created, that is about the layout that we have created, one thing that I want to tell you again is, you cannot use both of these things interchangeably, right? There is an option available where you can edit the sections that you've created using the intersection widget when you have the containers active, right? You can still edit those sections and move them to containers, but there is no option for available for you to transition the what do we say, the layouts that you've created using the containers to the intersection widget, right? You cannot use these two different paths of creating layout interchangeably altogether. That is what I'm trying to tell you here. Okay, so that is what you see. If you are using the Flexbox containers, you cannot use the intersection widgets. If you are using the intersection widgets, then you can use the Flexbox containers, right? Now comes the part which is this one. We have created this layout. We have put in a lot of effort to create this, although we have not, but I'm just saying to somebody, who has created, who has put in an effort on using the Flexbox containers, but now wants to transition to the intersection widget. That is not the way to go. That is, I'm going to give that disclaimer right here. That is not the way to go. If you have built a complete website using the intersection widget, then I can think of a scenario where you can use intersection widget for some time and then slowly transition to Flexbox containers. But you have built anything using the Flexbox container and now you are willing to transition to intersection widget. That is not the way to go. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click refresh right here. And you can see all of the content that I have created is gone, right? It is missing. This is not the new page or any other page. This is the layout that we have built using the containers. That was the title of this page, right? Everything is gone. This is what I wanted to showcase you. Now, again, before you make any massive changes on your website, be it you are transitioning from containers to intersection or intersection to containers, whatever is that you are trying to do, or making any other change to your website, make sure you take a backup so that you have a safe copy of your website with you, for in case anything goes wrong, you can use that copy. Okay, the next thing is try to use development environments first. Make it a habit. If you're making massive UI changes, then go through a development environment. If everything works on a development environment, then transition that to your main live website, right? The purpose of me creating videos, or for any other content creator who is creating videos, is to just to give you the knowledge and make you understand each of the scenarios so that you do not falter. We want to make your life easier, right? It is not our purpose to make matters worse for you. We want to make things easier for you, and that is why I have created this video. Now, if you have found the content helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the post notification bell. Now, in case you're looking to buy Elementor Pro, link to it is in the description box below. And we will be releasing more videos, so make sure you subscribe. Now, I hope you will find this video helpful and are able to fix the intersection widget problem on your website. Now, if you did, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the post notification bell. In case you have any queries, feel free to comment down below and I will try and help. Also, the links to our socials, link to buy Elementor Pro, everything is in the description box below. Feel free to follow us on other platforms as well. And with that said, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.